Hello, hello. Welcome to Telenovela Jasmin. And this is one of my dreams coming true right now. Actually, I didn't want to start today. I was so afraid and so nervous. And then everything went just so perfectly. I actually bought this new lamp, so that's why I hope you will see me very good right now. I have some things I want to try, and I love to try them with you. And then I bought this new microphone. I don't even know if you can see it. And I was not sure how it's going to work with my camera. And I just plugged it in and it worked. So everything worked and went so smoothly that I thought, okay, let's just do it, because otherwise I will never start. And even my hair, I think it's on point. I like my hair today. I have a little mirror. Even I bought a little mirror here. So easy. If you're going to see this, I bought a mirror. And yeah, now you will think, who am I to start a telenovela? So I'm Jasmin, and interesting things are happening in my life. So let's say it like this: Emily in Paris, I know what you're going through. Also today, because I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous, and I heard, and I think I read about it, that like when you hold something in your hands, it's easier to talk. So that's why I'm gonna test some products with you today that I haven't tested yet in the last 1 or 2 weeks. They're lying around. And while we're testing, I will explain a little bit about myself. So before we start, I went to a facial the other day, and she's my favorite facialist. Do you say it like this? So, excuse me, English is not my mother tongue. I used to live in New York, so I think I'm pretty good, but you know, how good can you be? So, if there are any funny things happening, forgive me. And so, when I went to my facialist, and she's now gonna soon move to New York, and I'm so happy for her. She was so funny. She told me, like, she was like, the one thing you're always using is this one here. And it's Chanel Eau de Teint. And one of my friends actually recommended to me, and she was so funny back in the time. She was like, I don't even know why I'm paying for this. It's mostly water and a little bit of color, but it makes just such a glow. And I mean, it gives you a glow, because that's the one thing I already have on. And what I'm now very excited to try, because actually now for you it's maybe a small thing, but for me it's a huge thing that I'm sharing this, and I'm not sitting with something on right now, is I really don't like my dark circles under my eyes. So I'm 37 now, so the last 20 years or more, 30 years, no, 30 is a little bit too much, I'm always using concealer. Since this is my telenovela, I can show you whatever I want. Today you will get private Jasmin. And you may say that they're not really dark, but it bothers me. So whatever, everyone has this little thing. And I heard about a concealer that's amazing. I don't even know. I bought a bronzer from that brand, Farrah Homidi. And so today, it's lying around since 2 weeks now, because I was so busy. We will try the bronzer. I already tried the concealer. And you know, I'm addicted to packaging. And this paper here, oh my God. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's matching my nails, actually. Let's see. Okay, so while I'm applying this, and I especially brought, oh my God, this is so smooth. I bought a mirror. Oh my God. Okay, I think my dark circle problem is gonna be gone soon. I love the color. So while I'm applying this, and it's actually, I already love it. I told you this is now, like, this telenovela is now a dream coming true. I actually this is the third dream in my life that's coming true now. The first was moving to New York, and I did that like 11 years ago. I actually did the biggest part of my yoga teacher training there. So everything, not everything, but most of the things that I know as a yoga teacher, I really learned in New York City. Because I don't know, but have you ever been to New York City? This city is just, I always get my inspiration there. And for me, it was very important to always study something as much as I can. Can you say that? So I wanted to go to the source to learn everything. And I started being a Jivamukti yoga teacher. And back in the time, the headquarters of Jivamukti Yoga was still at Union Square in New York City. Now it's a little bit different. So that's why I wanted to go there and learn everything from the source. And the second dream I had is creating my own yoga teacher training. And this is so special to me to share this right now because I was always so afraid to host a yoga teacher training like this. I mean, I'm always afraid. And, you know, there's so many people who think they know me, and I'm always like so, how do you say that? Self-confident to the outer eye that people, I think they don't assume that even I'm a person who's afraid of stuff. So I was afraid of hosting an own yoga teacher training, not because I think I'm not up to the task, but I gave everything so much respect that it's a huge responsibility to kind of create new teachers, and they are gonna teach yoga to other people. So I take my job very seriously, and I never wanted to do just another teacher training. So I really wanted to create something where I share everything that I know, not only about yoga practice itself, like teaching the downward facing dog, but also the stuff that comes along with it. And when you work with people, you need to know people. So actually I'm contouring now. So, I'm just doing this with you, not because I want to be a makeup influencer, but I'm nervous. So I need something to do. So I start talking. It's so funny because when I teach yoga, I'm also always walking around assisting people. So, So this is a contour stick who is interested in it by Victoria Beckham. And when I was little, do you remember the Spice Girls? So I was definitely Posh Spice, Victoria Beckham. I was one of her biggest fans, probably. So no wonder that I'm now using her makeup. But I do have to say, the quality is very good. I'm a huge fan. And for sure, there are products I prefer and are my favorites. The others are not so much, but whatever. But this one, I love it. And another one, because, before I continue with the yoga stuff, let's get it done with. This is her, also Victoria Beckham, her rouge, do you say that? The color for your cheeks. Blush. So now I'm starting to get confused with all the languages. And as you can see, I love to do everything with my hands and very simple. And I don't want to take a lot of time to get ready. So that's why I love creamy stuff, creamy makeup, because you can always use your hands to apply it. So the yoga teacher training, I created one. I think it's 7 years ago. Can you imagine? Time flies. And I changed it over the years. So now, this year I'm hosting the last one, actually. Not because I don't love it, but, my private plans, and I mean, we're talking here now, so you will be in the loop, are taking me somewhere else. So I will like, you know, focus on the yoga retreats and one or two other things. And there's not, I mean, they only has 24 hours, so you cannot have it all. So this will be the last time I'm gonna host a yoga teacher training. And it's not an actual teacher training anymore. I called it YMMA. I love that name. Because it's Yoga, Mindset, Mentoring, Ausbildung. Because we're going to do it in German. So I'm German. I live in Munich. And yeah, it's not only about teaching yoga anymore. It's about like experiencing the yoga practice itself and the power it has to offer. And also, I don't want to, you know, like explain everything here right now. I want to keep a little bit to myself or to the attendants, but there are so many easy and there's so many simple ways to achieve huge things when you know how to use the practice, like breath work or meditation or other stuff like that. So that's why I'm focusing now more on the experiencing the practice itself, because I think when you teach from experience instead just of something that you read in a book, it will always be so much better, because it will come from the heart and from what you felt. And yoga is not about only studying in your mind, because you know where the mind stops, where it has its limits, actually yoga practice just starts. So I'm 37. I'm practicing yoga now for 23 years. Can you imagine? I mean, I was so young to start. Back then, no one was practicing yoga. Like, really no one. I mean, it was like the esoteric stuff that old people did. And I don't even, I remember, for sure I remembered my first yoga class. What am I even talking here? That's why I'm nervous. So my first yoga class, do you believe in coincidence or do you believe in faith? I'm a person that I don't believe in coincidence. I think everything that we do happens for a reason. And so I won actually 1 free month of a gym pass. So just saying. That's why I started Farah Homidi. This bronzer is like something else. It's not a powder, it's not cream, it's like something in between. Now I'm a poet. Did you hear that? So my first yoga class, I won, like back in the time, I was like every Saturday I was going with my stepdad to like grocery shopping, stuff like that. And there was this new gym opening like close to where I lived. And he like helped me to participate in kind of a game they did. And so I won 1 free month of the gym. And back then it was not so common that gyms had so many group courses. So like every Sunday they tried something new. Like back in the time it was still do you remember step aerobic? So they had like a step aerobic Sunday where they had like Latin moves and different kind of moves. And so one Sunday it was yoga. And one of the most popular German actors, he became also a yoga teacher, was hosting, I think, 2 classes and they were sold out. So there was just 1 spot left, and it was a yoga teacher that I'm still taking his classes. Can you believe? It was Chivamukti Yoga. So the yoga path I chose to become a teacher as well. And so there was only 1 spot left. I took it. I bought a yoga mat, which was actually not so easy back in the time. So there was not like these big brands like, you know, them Nike, Lululemon, Jade Yoga, Lifeform. there, some of them, I mean, Nike was existing for sure, and Jade as well, but here they didn't offer any yoga mats. So I went to Chibo. And when you're German, you know what it is. So it's a place where you buy like coffee, but they sometimes have other stuff. They had a yoga mat. It was pink. And even though I'm holding up a kind of a pink lip gloss, that one, this year I'm using it for summer, I am not a pink girl. So as you can see, I have red nails. I have everything reddish, but like, or orange, but I'm not a pink girl. So I bought this pink yoga mat. I was like, okay, it's pink, but whatever. I'm just going to try it. Can you imagine studios didn't have yoga mats? I mean, and I went to this class and it felt so good that I remember afterwards I was sitting at the bus station waiting for my boyfriend actually to pick me up. And so my first boyfriend, love, you know. And it was sunny, but very cold. I don't remember if it was January, February, something like that. And I was just sitting there in complete peace. And I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I never thought I'm going to make it my profession to be a yoga teacher, but I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do now. So after that Sunday, they started offering yoga classes every week. So I started practicing yoga. And after a few years, my yoga teacher, she introduced me to one of the biggest yoga teachers here in Germany. And I started working for him. I was kind of his assistant. And he was the one who actually told me to take the teacher training. I will never forget that, because the first time I don't even want to say ask me, because it was not a question. He said, you have to do it. So the first time he told me, I think I was like 18 or 19. And my biggest challenge always was every kind of inversion, because I'm super flexible. I've always been, so back bends, forward folds, no problem. But headstand, handstand, firm stand, it was so challenging for me. And I told him, I was like, no, because I cannot practice headstand. And the first time I'm going to take a yoga teacher training, I want to have that much experience that I can do a headstand. And he was looking at me if I'm completely crazy, but yeah, that's what I did. So I mean, can you imagine back in the time in Germany, there were 3 yoga teacher trainings offered. Now, I mean, please Google yoga teacher training in your country. I'm sure hundreds of teacher trainings are showing up. And back in the time was just 3. And one of them was his. So it was also not offered every year. So you had to wait. And the second one he was hosting was 3 years later. And that's how it started. Because for me, it was always clear that when I'm gonna take a yoga teacher training, I will teach afterwards. So that's how it started. Woo! Oh. Actually, I'm not a big fan of mascara. I have one. I also have one that you can wash off just with water. So, but most of the time I'm not using it. But something I wanted to show you, I went shopping. And this brand I love so much. I love the perfume, but what I mostly love, and I'm pretty sure you think like now she's gonna become a beauty influencer, now she's showing her perfume, No, I will show you something different, and now you will really get to know me, because I mean, I'm a perfectionist. And then I'm sitting here right now. I mean, at least this is one of my favorite corners in my apartment. But I do have lighting here. I do have one of the most hyped cameras right now. It's the first time filming with it. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. And I'm very good in editing pictures, but I'm not good at editing videos. So whatever's going to happen here is going to happen. And I love details. So what I bought is this here. I don't even know if you know what it is, if you can see, but I will show you, because this is the refill. So I'm a big fan of like refilling stuff, so that, I have a charity project in Senegal. So I know what it means if there's too much trash and, you cannot get rid of it. So I want to avoid making so much trash. So the bottle looks like this, and it's liquid wash, dishwashing liquid. See, my English is gonna improve now, because I'm using it since it came out, and I was thinking like, I always, I mean, I'm 37 now. I think I look good. I didn't do any facelift yet. Let's see. I mean, I'm very honest with that topic. For sure, I'm investing in my face. I'm doing stuff, yeah. But what I always did since I think 17 years now, because I used to have acne. My skin also is very sensitive, so I always used high-end products from the pharmacy, or now, you know, there's, I mean, Ferrahumidi, when you already Googled it, you see the prices. So, but I'm always a fan of, like, you know, non-toxic stuff. So it should be very, like, nowadays we say like vegan ingredients, clean beauty. So I'm looking out for that. I mean, not everything is clean beauty that I own. And so I was thinking, because, you know, your skin is an organ. So everything we put on our skin, it's like everything we eat. And I'm always so aware of, like, buying the good products for my skin. And then I'm using a €1 or €2 dishwashing liquid that I don't even know what's in it. So when it came out, I'm a big fan of good newsletters. So I got the newsletter, I saw it, and I was like, maybe let's just try it, because the bottle is nice. And if I don't like the liquid, I would just like refill some kind of other dishwashing liquid into it. That was my plan. So thank you, Diptyque, because since, I don't know, is it 2 years now? Since 2 years, I'm using this dishwashing liquid, and it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference from the smell, from the taste, how, I don't know if it's more healthy, I don't know. But I think I'm doing something good for my body, because, you know, like, whatever you eat, what you use, your plates, your forks, your knives, whatever, it's very important. Now, as you can see, when I start talking, I mean, I'm a yoga teacher. I'm used to talk 90, 120 minutes throughout the class. And also when I'm teaching the teacher training, do you know how much I talk? It's like 7-8 hours per day, nonstop. Yeah. Okay, I will leave this in. I will not cut it out, because the perfectionist in me would say, cut it out. But no, here you get real Jasmin. And I don't even know the English saying. In German, you say zur Feier des Tages. So to celebrate this day, the first day of my Telenovela Jasmin, I bought this. Do you know it? La Durée. And when did I try? I love macarons. And the first time I tried them, I was actually working in the patisserie. So a place where you can buy little cakes, and they made their own ice cream and macarons. And later on, someone told me, like, yeah, but you have to eat the original ones from La Durée. And it was so hard to get them here in Munich, because there was no shop, no nothing. And so the first time I tried them was actually when I was in Berlin, because Berlin, you know, it's the capital city of Germany, and they have everything. So I tried all the flavors. And today I have my favorite flavor. I will wait you to I will let you guess. Actually, there are two. So one of them is coffee, and I've always been coffee addicted. Let's face it. But there were years I have not been drinking coffee here in Munich, because I'm so used to Italian espresso that here I never found a place where it's really good. And do you remember the epidemic? I mean, everyone remembers it, but let me tell you something. You know, I'm a person who is always rushing around throughout the day. And when the lockdown hit us, Back in the time, I was still drinking alcohol. I'm not drinking alcohol since 2021 now, so 5 years. But in the beginning of the epidemic, I was never I'm drinking at home alone drinker. I was always like trying these fancy cocktails and drinks in bars and restaurants and wine. And so the epidemic hit us. I've been at home, and I think it was the first or second day of lockdown. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm used to do a lot of movement throughout the day, not just doing yoga, but like walking around, walking from yoga class to yoga class. And it was restricted. You could go for a walk, but not for hours. So I called a friend. I was like, what am I gonna do now? So how much alcohol do I have at home? Maybe I need it. So I was counting the mezcal bottles I brought back home from the yoga retreats I hosted in Tulum in Mexico. I was like, but I cannot start drinking mezcal in the morning. So I heard about matcha. And please remember, it was 2020, so there was not this huge matcha trend, which is going around here in Germany right now. So I was like, where do I get matcha? So I have a organic supermarket on the other side of the street. So I asked them, I was like, can you order me matcha? Can you order me this, how do you call this? What is it, spoon? And so they organized everything for me. They're so sweet. And I started drinking matcha. So this was my ritual. I started the morning with matcha. And yeah. But now, since more than a year, I found now an espresso place here in Munich where I kind of like the espresso. There's always better in the world. I'm a big believer. I'm also not the best yoga teacher because I'm pretty sure, how many billions of people are there on this planet? 8 billion more? I'm pretty sure there are 1, 2, 3 more yoga teachers that are better than me. But I like it. I like this coffee, and I stopped drinking matcha. And when I went to Laderie to buy the macarons, I asked them for coffee and my favorite flavor. And they said, no, right now we don't have coffee. We don't even know if it's coming back, but we do have matcha now. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not buying a matcha macaron. No. But what they had, and it's seasonal, is this little one. It's coconut, and lemon. So, sorry, I didn't offer. I wanted to try it. Also, I'm feeling my blood pressure going down. And yes, I talk with food in my mouth. This is really good. Maybe it's now my number 3 flavor because I tried all of the macarons from Laderie. And coffee, second, third, this one here. And my favorite flavor, and yeah, I'm always open to presents and gifts, is passion fruit. Oh my God, this is the best. This is the best macaron you will ever have. So if you have the chance to try it, try it. And okay, now I'm not forgetting you. Because today is the first day of Telenovela Jasmin. It's so good. This makes me happy. Beauty products make me happy. And something like this makes me happy. And good espresso. And I think, sorry. I think why I'm starting the Telenovela Jasmin right now is 2019 was like a break point. You say that? Breaking point in my life. Actually, I lost a lot of weight. So when I was little, I was bullied in school. Maybe we go into that topic in another episode. And throughout my whole life, I was very insecure of my body. And I was never really big, but like during that time, I was bigger than I am now. And I actually never measured my weight because I don't believe in like measuring weight because, you know, muscles are heavier than fat and stuff like that. But I always, you know, like measured my Umfang in German. How do you say that in English? So the centimeters around you, whatever. I'm not Googling it right now. And in 2019, it took me 8 or 9 months, but I lost 25 centimeters. And now, before you judge me, I didn't do a strict diet. So what I did a cleanse, and this cleanse was macrobiotic. And this is a huge topic because when you look up the oldest people in the world, some of them do live in Japan, and macrobiotic living or lifestyle or food is what they're kind of eating there. So it's a lot of fermented food. Now skincare is starting to put fermented ingredients in it. So it's good for your belly. And it's not really vegan. It's also focusing on proteins, and everyone is talking about proteins. So I did the cleanse, and after the cleanse, when I, you know, like sometimes had a little macaron, or I do love ice cream, I figured something is not working for my stomach. And I was never a believer in food allergies. Actually, I was laughing at people. I'm honest here. I was laughing at people that said like, I have this allergy and that allergy. And I'm pretty sure there are food allergies. I'm not quite sure if everyone has them. So I got tested from several doctors, and then I found 2 that are really good. And I figured out that I'm allergic to the protein that is in milk. So actually this macaron is not good for me. So now I'm kind of vegan. I'm not vegan. I used to live vegan, but I'm not vegan anymore. And I do love fish, and I do eat meat. I do eat meat from places that are, can you say clean? But it's kind of clean. But I do have to be very careful with this protein of milk. And the problem is that it's in everything. And because like the food industry works with it. So you can imagine. The other day I wanted to buy chips, and I always look on the ingredients because of that allergy, and it has it in them. So I figured out my allergies, and I started doing, and it really helped me, the 10K steps every single day. And because during the cleanse, I couldn't do like sports because it was too heavy. Like, I mean, have you ever been fasting? So when you're fasting, it's not possible for the body to do intense sports. But like easy movement is always good for the body. So that's why I started walking. And until today, I'm doing the 10K steps. I figured out different styles. I'm going to share them with you soon. And yeah, that's how I lost weight, not by doing a strict diet, but by finding out what my body can digest and what it cannot digest. And my whole glow up that I did, or that happened to me, it's not only about the beauty products. I mean, they're nice to have and they look great in the bathroom. And for sure, a doctor can help with everything. But the glow up comes from inside, really from the inside out. And it has a lot to do with what you're digesting. And not only digesting food-wise, but also digesting with people around you, situations around you, the job around you. And yeah. Let's dive deeper into that in the next episode. And this is just the start. I never scripted anything. I just started talking. I hope I will see you here again. And yeah, I'm inviting you now to come onto this journey with me, because now I agreed on doing this for 1 year. I had a quiet Successful podcast throughout the lockdown because, I couldn't drink matcha the whole day. I had something to do. And I stopped after a year. Then I did have a quite successful Instagram account. And instead of renaming it, no, I deleted it and started a new one. And now I have a new, very small one. I think today we have 418 followers, and I'm so proud because it's not followers, it's already a community. So if you want to be part of it, follow me on Instagram. And and also here, subscribe for my channel here, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.